Hey, Wagwan. Welcome to day 16 of Dutchtober. I am Dutch. I'm not really Dutch. My nickname's Dutch. For all those who had to make the jokes, the old Dutch potato chips, Dutch paint boy. I used to get that a lot as a kid, based on my last name. My grandfather they used to call him Old Dutch. None of my father, my uncles, nobody took the name Dutch. I didn't heard of it until I got to college, and then it kind of stuck because again, I always got jobs with Carl's, which was weird. I had Carl. They used to call Carl A, Carl 1, whatever, and I'd be Carl 4. I said, just call me Dutch. That was the boring nickname my fraternity gave me, and I stuck with it, and then it became a brand. And at that point, the brand became this. Now all my cousins, their friends, lazily call them, even though they have other nicknames and they're used to going by their first name, they all get called Dutch as well in the time, but it's like, I'm going to sue them. So call me Dutch. Everybody, if you see me in the street, it's Dutch. I may answer the other name that I was born with, but maybe not. It depends on the mood. But that being said, this is my channel. This is Artwork by Dutch. I am the ADHD artist. Came up with that because I have ADHD. It's something that plagued me for a while when I was younger, till my 30s when I got diagnosed, and then I kind of dropped off because once I exited college, my grades went up. Of course, I had other learning disabilities, but once my grade went up and I was able to graduate in 98, I was able to not just forget about it. I utilized a lot of the tools that I had. Palm Pouts were the thing back then to pay my bills on time, class assignments, and able to keep my life in order, to know when things happened. Then when I became a corporate buyer, I learned how to save money. Knock on wood, it's not happening right now, but those things get kind of lost. So I started masking. So you hear this term often, masking. Masking is when, and I'm sorry if I'm looking down, I'm just trying to get banners going and things like that. But masking is, I just thought I was a normal person. Maybe I was just lazy, allergy related, something. Tried to pay, basically say that was the reason why. It wasn't me. I wasn't with a learning disability. And the masking really hurt me. And it hurt me because I tried to fit in with everybody else. And by doing that, it ruined my brand. It ruined my name. Dutch either became synonymously known with being intelligent, smart guy, the most interesting guy in the world, I was told by a friend, to moron, dunce, doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't think. He's not focused. So I spent the last year focusing on learning about being ADHD, learning about masking, learning about that ED I have. Again, mine out of the gutters. It's emotional dysregulation. And so we find ourselves masking, and I do mask even around people who are similar to myself. You folks out there are getting the true me right now, but if you see me in person, I'll probably will defer to somebody else with more experience. And I mean experience in comics, in what we do, not age-wise, because a lot of people I know are younger than me, but they all assume I'm younger than them. But I am young when it comes to the comic book world. I mean, I'm only 8 years into this business versus, say, others who, like Tone or Shelby, who've been in it for 25, 30 years. So that masking is tough, and it's something we'll have to work through if you have ADHD. And it also comes up with that imposter syndrome too. So I think the one thing with it, though, with the imposter syndrome, the fake it till you make it thing for artwork works. We just have to keep trying, have to keep putting our foot forward. I see many creators who are different art style than I. Just started out, rising in the ranks fast. You can get jealous, or you can just focus on, okay, what am I not doing? What are they doing that I'm not doing? And maybe get out there and do it as well. So as you all know, for those who have been following me for the last 16 days, 15 days, that's what I do. I talk in the beginning here about being ADHD and how we overcome it as artists and moving on. This is one way of doing it. So if you are ADHD and you are an artist and creative type, an illustrator, we have a half hour here to body double. So grab your pencil and paper, start drawing with me while I ink Scorched. But before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below.
Do it! Just do it!
So again, that never gets old. So I drive over to my desk and I'm going to do the Feed the Ducks thing. I found that in my StreamYard. It's kind of funny. All right, for the Shelby Robertson homage, here is Feeding the Ducks, which I think is funny. I didn't actually know that was an actual thing. I always thought it was just something Shelby came up with. I like it or not. Go. All right, so Todd McFarlane's fun character Scorched. I did this one probably last month, so it means about four weeks old, and it hits all my high points and face. Bodies will work on. I was trying to work with shadow lighting this year. And honestly, Shelby, I did not know that this was actually called Feeding the Ducks. So I just thought it was something you made up, but it's an homage to you for this moment. So here we go. Let's start inking this. So this weekend was New York Comic Con. I've been reading a lot of comments and posts about it. Some people aren't happy with it being so expensive. We're getting signatures and artwork. Now the signature thing, I get it now. I used to always laugh when I would see somebody get a signature and pay, $5 or $10 for it. I'm like, why? What's going on? But after reading this guy's diatribe or tirade, basically, I agree with him that it's because of, he added in there, it's the eBay culture, because a lot of people are buying Virgin variant covers and then other hot topic covers, and they're flipping them on eBay. And if they're signed, then they'll probably get them CGC. And at that point, flip them on eBay. So I get why they would want to do that now. I miss the heydays when you could just go to a con and get a sketch from an artist for free. Maybe for even $20. I always did laugh when at conventions when I would go and have a table. People would ask me, how much are your signatures? I'm like, they're free. They'd be shocked and they'd buy more, which helps. Sometimes we would get a tip for the signature, which I always laughed as well. But I appreciated it. All right, we're gonna have to switch. All right, the homage to Shelby's done. Let's do this dance pop instead. So with me inking this, I'm seeing like some mistakes. And I made a mistake there. I'm going to cover it up with costumes like this, even though it's pretty straightforward and plain. I hate coloring bandoliers with bullets and pouches, and I really hate flatting costumes that are like Robin, for example, that have 5 colors in one area, like Robin's boots, the laces, the conduit are like, there are 4 colors right there in the boot. And that's just his boot. And then we get to the knee pad. You got maybe 2 or 3 colors put down. Then you've got on the next part, it's a tough costume. Superboy was the worst from doing Super Sons. And I was also watching another video about, I think it was Stevie Sabluski again, and he would probably lose his mind over the comic I just finished working on, but continuity with comic costumes. When you have a complex costume like Superboy, I'm talking Super Son Superboy and Robin Superboy, Super Sons, continuity just gets lost every time. That's because there's so many little detailed patterns going on there that they're never the same panel to panel. But I think having just a very simple, plain costume for me works. And it's easy to flat. And also easy to render, probably. So, I made a mistake, but I'm probably going to heavily black that out. I also was watching another YouTube video this morning, and I thought it was interesting because they were talking about the image founders, 7, not as they are today, but at their height when the image began. And I didn't want to comment on the guy's YouTube channel. I totally disagreed with like, where he placed some of the major artists. Like I could see his point with Valentino, with the examples he gave, with Will Portacio. Again, I love Will's stuff. But then he had Rob, Eric Larson, Todd at the top. Top 3, top 4, and Jim Lee was the next at the bottom. So he's number 4. Sorry. So let's see, what's 7, 6? He was 5th. Jim Lee was 5th, and I'm like, really? Jim Lee was 5th? I mean, his stuff, and we were talking about continuing from going from Marvel to Image. I love Jim's stuff when he was doing Wildcats. It wasn't as great as his X-Men stuff, but I think he's far better than Rob, and in my opinion, and I definitely love Todd's stuff when he was doing Spawn and that breakout, so I would give that. I was definitely, for me, Todd would have been number 1. I would agree with his verdict on that, but not with Jim being lower than Rob Liefeld. So, totally disagreed with his analysis. Youngblood was good. I liked reading it, but I really prefer the Wildcat-inspired book. I'm being lazy here. I'll fix it in post. You know, I'm not trying to do, we're talking about Rob Liefeld and hiding hands. It's not, I really want just the bust, the pose, where it was going. I was aiming for that kind of art germ feel, where he's got the hand, the elbow, most of the elbows missing and the hand missing, and then for the arm, and then the hand shows up. So like the Silhouette of Mercury piece, that was very much, I think, like how this look of art germ did it. And this one was just, I was using a template to draw my cranium, because again, I used the Robert Beverly Hale method for measurement and the Riley method, and I used the bigger circle template than I normally do. So I wanted to be perfectly gridded out and mapped out. So that's why I kind of lost it. Turn if this is part of her costume. That's the line mark I made for lighting. For this one, the face came up the way I wanted it to. I imagined it. So, like I said, if you are ADHD like myself and you're just trying to keep yourself busy and draw with me. This is time to body double, man. Or woman. Bro. As, I guess is the new saying. Or replacement for dude. My daughter has forbidden me from saying bruh, bro. And I laughed. So when do I body double? When Shelby has a stream, I usually will, when he's doing it late at night, I will log in and Clip Studio and start working on the Wayfarer. I have not touched the Wayfarer in a while. Four pages left on the 5th issue to ink and then color. I was hoping to hire a flatter, but unfortunately, about a month ago, my office toilet, aka my daughter's bathroom, the gasket sprung a leak, and I fixed it. It was working fine up until last night, and then something happened. I don't know why, don't know how, but so now I've got to I've got a temporary patch, but I have to try to afford how to fix that, which is going to be fun. And I saw one guy was kind of ticked off at an Adam Hughes sketch he got. Because he wanted a head sketch, but for $100, Adam wasn't doing his normal. He used it as a profile, and people have been making kind of having fun, ribbing him on. He often does it with their eyes closed. And I actually noticed the Amia that he did on my Wayfarer blank cover artist sketch. It was open, her eyes were open, so I was lucky to get one of them. I didn't ask for it, but he did it anyways. And people have been asking for eyes open instead of eyes wide shut. And so this guy asked for a full frontal head, Adam, but for $100, you know, he's not doing commissioned body sketches. So the kind of work he was asking for would usually be his minimum $500. And it's got a lot of people backing up and there to see him. I thought it was an okay looking piece. I would buy it from the guy if he's unhappy with it. But as somebody had mentioned, you go to a pizza joint or asking for a beef Wellington, what are you going to do? You know, they're not going to have that. He's got a menu and he's telling you what his menu is. And I think your costume's actually red, so I'm not going to go too much. And if I've already gone too far, I will come in and quickly add in some more here maybe, but I'll do that later. So again, I'm hoping you guys notice the regression here if you're watching and I see a comment. Pick this. There you go. Got you right, see? Remember, Madness Comics. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining. But as you see, I'm getting quite comfortable doing this now. And that was what the goal is of the original Jay Parker in October, was to help people improve their inking. Just didn't tell us to get the pieces ready ahead of time. And what I've been doing too is I'm doing this loosely here. And when I'm post work, after I finish coloring them, I will go back over and actually start to improve these marks a little better. They're not where I want them to be yet, but I also think it comes to with setting up the page, setting up the drawing as well to have all that. So it's forcing me as a penciler to think outside the box here. So I watched a crazy fun movie last night. After watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, it was a Willy's Wonderland on Hulu, and that was hilarious. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Totally outrageous movie. I was kind of hoping that Nick Cage was some sort of like serial killer, and that's why he was there. That part wasn't really explained. Yeah, so yesterday I showed the images. I put them all on an Instagram reel. See them. I actually went back and redid or finished up like the Lois Lane and a few other ones. The Lois Lane one, I actually need to go back and even though the figure's done, the background, the new Ohuhu marker, I must have been using that blue soap for a lot of images prior to because it's starting to go dry. I have to order some refill inks on it. I do have some Copics, so I might throw those on top. So Ichthus, if you're still with us, how's your day going? For me, it's going to be a shocker because it's the last day of my daughter's break. So it's one of those where, you know, Monday starts to feel like Sunday, and then Tuesday feels like a Monday, going to school, so everything's thrown off. Did a lot of flatting yesterday, so a lot of work to get it done so I have time to just enjoy myself today. It was kind of a much needed because I'm gonna have to fix the bathroom. Just get a hatch going. Maybe this one will keep black and white. I'm supposed to get a water brush. Make grayscale, and I forgot to do that. This feathering this way. So see there's a light pattern. And when it created, I really wish, and I might do that because I was watching Steve Root as well this morning. A video from a year ago, study of Frazetta, and I used to always do a study of a lot of Steve Root prompt pages. I might have to do one of Brian Stelfree's. If I can find anything with him inking. And I'm a big Stelfree's fan. Him and Carl Stories. And if they have some inking videos, I'd buy them. All right, I think we're getting to the end here. Probably will go through with the whiteout and highlights. I'm gonna fix all this in post. Again, I have no idea who's playing. Just saw that StreamYard had this, so I've been having some issues with Pexel. All right, that's getting kind of annoying being in the loop. Let's pick another one. That's what acoustic cinema looks like or sounds like. Yeah, this one, I should go get that watercolor brush because this one would have been perfect for that. I'll fill it in with, I'm just trying to figure out how to fill it. So I have equal parts. So equal part ink, equal part water. I think the lo-fi would have been a better choice here. The gun last. again off screen there. My outline real quick. So again, my format is I will sign in, do start the live stream, talk a little bit about ADHD and overcome issues, or at least address them. Because again, for us, it's not easy to start something and finish it. So it's amazing that I've gotten 60 days. I was actually thinking about just going to sleep, to be honest with you, and maybe doing this pre-recorded. But if I do that, then I know I'll do it tomorrow and then the day after, and put back in old habits. Or into thinking that, oh, it didn't really matter, you know. All right, there we go. We've got Scorched. I didn't become familiar with the character until I did the Unholy plat from Mark Brooks last year, and pull that up. I have a better eraser for this. I just want to give a majority of it, clean it up. Sorry for the earthquake. There she goes. So day 16, still a bit more. I'll probably do the face. I need to pull up some lighting reference, get that mask right. But there we are. What do you guys think? Sorry about the messy desk. A lot of artwork behind it. We'll have this Mariko from My Hero Academia. I've got a Lady Death underneath there. I was going to just put that. I'll put that in the portfolio, but I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to take off of Brian Pulido. I'm not doing that. Maybe, hopefully, get a job from him. That'd be great. We'll cover. But yeah, so that's the end of the stream here. Been 40 minutes. This one took a little bit longer than normal. So I do appreciate everybody who came on. If this was great to talk to you. Again, with being ADHD, masking, just know what situation you're in and how it makes you feel, and note them. So if you're around people that give you more of a green light feeling, that you like being around, and you can just be yourself, and it won't seem too weird, note that feeling. If it's something where you're awkward, you don't really want to be there, note that as well. And how it makes you feel, rate it. See a scale of 1 to 10, if it gives you an 11, then mark down that this is how this is how I act, and keep cataloging, but don't let it get to you. Just know that we do mask, and it's different from a neurotypical mask, where they make their good intentions look like flowers and everything, but you know what they want at the end of the date. So on that note, everybody, thank you for joining me. Catch me tomorrow, about the same time, 4 o'clock. And this is Dutch. I'm out. Let's drive out of here. Gotta watch that curb.